Thank you, Mr. Kelly. Well, Mr. Professional, a bit unexpected, that little 20-footer there?
Not at all, Andy. You know, I stood over my ball, I saw the beach in the background, and I thought, what is going to get me to the beach sooner? It would mean making this putt, so I knew it was going in.
Well, that was a great putt, little right-to-left breaker. And Mitch had on the same line, but I think when you put the pressure on him, you know, you get the second thoughts when you have a putt that you have to make, don't you?
Well, you know, I think he putted it where he wanted to, but I think kind of the grain of the ocean pulled it more than he thought. You know, I come down to Cabo about once every 2 weeks, so I'm really familiar with this golf course and the greens.
Once every 2 weeks? Did you hear all that, folks, at Los Angeles Country Club? He's down here more often than he's up there.
Not at all. Not at all.
They know better. Well, Jim, great birdie. You got the team one up.
Thanks, Andy.
In independent testing, Cleveland CG16 irons were found to be longer than TaylorMade Burner 2.0, Ping G15, and Callaway Razor X irons. We're assuming they will want to challenge these results. Fair enough. Just let us know how many strokes we need to give you on each side. CG16 irons. Longer. End of story.
This is where I discovered how determined she is. This is where I learned how confident they are. This is where I noticed how much they've grown. This is where I realized we have so much to learn from each other.
Mexico, the place you thought you knew.
We used hidden cameras to ask returning travelers about their vacations in Mexico, and here's what they said.
So where'd you guys fly in from?
Cabo.
Oh.
It's great.
I actually liked it better than Hawaii.
What was the difference?
I think just because it was so easy, honestly. And it's beautiful. Everybody speaks English. Yeah. Even the cab driver spoke English.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay, good.
It's a really cool city. It's a lot more modern than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was an awesome vacation.
Mexico, the place you thought you knew.
So this match moves along. Cabo Real here in Cabo San Lucas. Beautiful area. People have been just as warm and friendly as you could expect. We're having a marvelous time. I don't know about the golfers. I think they're thoroughly enjoying themselves as well. Here's Danny Levine now. His second shot on the 13th hole. Plays 450 for the men. And from where he was, it's downhill to the putting surface, and maybe he didn't get quite the bounce he wanted, or maybe a club short, Pro. I don't know. Here's Dan Jennings. What's he got?
Well, Dan's got...
looks like a hybrid. Is it a hybrid?
No, it's an iron. Actually, a 3-iron.
Oh.
I don't know too many people that even carry those anymore, but 211 yards should be enough for him. Danny hit a hybrid, and they came up about the same distance.
Well, Dan and Danny, boy, their game is interchangeable like,
yeah, it is.
Like their names. Huh? All right, here's the little man himself. Mitch Thomas still seething over that 10-footer that got away. What's his second shot? What was that in his hand?
He took a big rip at a 4-iron there, Tom, from 195 and trying to bounce it in from the right to left. And we got a lot of second shots over there on the right. There's a big bunker on the left. Maybe that's what they're trying to avoid.
Schaefer from LA Country Club got it off the tee pretty good, Pro.
This also a 4-iron. This one from 191, trying to draw it in a little bit more. And that's a little more hole high, but still a good, 35 feet away, I think.
Well, I'll tell you, everybody anticipated from where they were hitting it. It was a big right-to-left swing.
It's funny. If you land it short, it kicks left, but if you land it on, it's pretty flat.
Here's Mitch with the flat stick. Leave the stick in if you'd like, because he was just off the putting surface. Like all pros, he says, take it out of there. Beautiful roll-up. That'll be conceded as a par 4.
Yes, it is. Yeah. You see him and Diane talking about
all right. Yeah. Jennings from literally the same location, so we can watch, see if he borrows a bit on the right side for it to turn left. Well, he never gave it a shot above the hole, did he?
No, and the grain kind of pushes the ball from right to left, and if you don't realize that, then you won't line it up correctly and just play it straight. But it's got to go a little right to left just because the grain goes towards the ocean. This started out to the right, and of course he hit it too hard for the green to take it. But that's what happens sometimes.
All right, Jim Schaefer now putting for birdie.
And this from just inside 30 feet, and teensy bit downhill, teensy bit right to left.
And a teensy effort on knocks that baby up there very, very close. But it appeared to me, Pro, that all those are good, aren't they?
That one certainly is, and it looks like they're going to concede them all.
But I thought Mitch had it up there pretty close as well.
He did.
Okay, as you can see, LA Country Club in this battle of the North and South champions, they're one up over Morgan Creek. And we move along to the next hole, which would be a beautiful one right down along the ocean. It's the 14th, 345 yards of par 4. And I've got to tell our viewers, Andy just told the people on the tee, you can drive this baby. And they turned around and everybody handed them their driver and said, oh, really? Then go right ahead, Pro. Just go ahead.
Well, it plays downhill, but into a strong sea breeze, Tom, so nobody went for this one. They all laid up.
All right, here's Danny Levine from Morgan Creek. Looking on with anticipation and hope.
That's going left, Tom, and I think that's down on the beach. We'll see in just a moment there. Pretty beach it is, but that's not exactly where you want your second shot to wind up.
Schaefer's tee shot ended up in this bunker, 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
A little punch 8-iron from 139. Not easy to keep your footing.
Andy, he must have had that shot before. He played that beautifully. Look at that, huh?
They got some new bunkers at LA Country Club, so maybe he's practiced that shot.
They got a brand new golf course out there to the tune of about $9 million. All right, Mitch Thomas now. Nice drive, his second shot.
Little knockdown 8-iron from 138 coming into this green. Looks like he's got a little bit right and maybe just a touch long, but not bad. He's not more than 18 feet away.
Well, he's not gotten many good bounces, and he'll be talking about that. Dan Jennings now. What's he got? About a wedge or so?
It's a big wedge because he's got about 128 coming out of that left-hand side of the fairway there, but he's got it hole high, so he's got a good putt at it.
Well, Schaefer out of the bunker's got it closest so far. Diane Irvin now for LA Country Club. Talented player, this lady. Boy, she can really hit it. I'm sorry I said that, Diane. Well, wait, things are getting better. Things are getting better. I really wasn't sorry because she's a great athlete. She drove it way over there left of the fairway, Andy, but had a shot right in at that pin.
Yeah, she's a little knockdown 9-iron and kind of pushed it out to the right. Laura hit a huge tee shot here, but she missed the fairway left. This is a little pitching wedge from 91. And not too bad, exactly hole high.
She has it the best of the Morgan Creek crowd. And, of course, down on the beach.
Oh, boy. Look at this. Is he going to hit that rock on his follow-through? This ought to be. If he can get this anywhere near the green, it'd be a heck of a shot. And look, it scampered up
Can you believe that?
Yeah,
you couldn't have picked it up and thrown it and got it that far, that good. Well, don't bother to rake it. Danny, you don't have to. Just stay away from the horses and come on up here. Diane Irvin now, and her try for birdie here on this par 4.
About 18 feet right to left, and just overread the break there, Tom, and a little bit more downhill maybe than she thought.
Boy, these greens are really in great shape. They have some mixed color to them because of the weather, certainly. Remember, it's Mexico down here. It's winter in Mexico. There's a little chip shot from the side. Not going to go in for Levine, but he was game on the whole thing. All right, Jennings now, and is this going to break to his left or pretty straight?
I would think it would go back to his right. That's where the Sea of Cortez is. How about straight in?
Are you kidding me? Boy, that is some putt.
I don't think he expected to make that.
Oh, boy. Oh, here's Mitch Thomas now. Can he get one to respond? Boy, and he's just burned the edge on everything.
Yeah, he has it. I'm sure he thought that was going to break to the right when it got to the hole, but it didn't. Now they got to read Laura's putt. Where's this going to go, Tom?
Well, she hopes in the bottom of the cup, and it didn't. And as a result, the team from LA Country Club has taken a 2-up advantage now. And that was just, hey, we've lost the hole. Let me just tap it one more time.
Doesn't matter.
So the drivable par 4's in the books, and now Andy gets to talk to the birdie maker, Dan Jennings. What a great bit of scenery.
Well, Dan, great putt there, and the pro gave you a pretty good read because I think you were playing. Were you playing less break or more break originally?
I was playing less break. I was playing about a foot, but Jim said about 2 feet out, and it was quick going towards the ocean. But fortunately, it was the right speed.
No, I'm going to correct you there because I think it was going away from the ocean, wasn't it? Well, it was breaking that way.
I was just looking at the beautiful ocean.
Okay, that part. There's an ocean all around us here, which is what makes this hole absolutely a gorgeous little par 4.
It is a gorgeous hole.
Yeah. Well, great birdie there. You've got the team 2 up. You guys are cruising now. Maybe you can get get Diane involved in this match, huh?
Yeah, she's playing well. She's playing well.
Yes,
so
she is.
Maybe she'll knock on a birdie for us.
All right, good luck, Dan.
Thank you, Andy.
The TV Team Golf Championship in Cabo San Lucas is brought to you by Cleveland Golf Srixon. Cleveland Golf, where scoring matters. By the Hilton Hotel, Los Cabos Beach and Golf Resort. By the Questro Group, developers of Cabo's finest properties. And by Mexico's Tourism Board, Mexico, the place you thought you knew.
In independent testing, the Cleveland XL270 driver proved longer than the TaylorMade R11, Burner Superfast 2.0, Callaway Razorhawk, and Titleist 910D2. Now we know they're going to take issue with this. Maybe require some asterisks or fine print or something. So here you go. Launch your XL270. Lighter, longer. End of story.
This is where I discovered how determined she is. This is where I learned how confident they are. This is where I noticed how much they've grown. This is where I realized we have so much to learn from each other.
Mexico, the place you thought you knew.
Welcome back to Cabo San Lucas. Welcome back to the North and the South TV Team Championship. LA Country Club and Morgan Creek, they're up near Sacramento. I'm Tom Kelly, along with the pro Andy Tooney. The scenery's beautiful, the weather is absolutely gorgeous, and the people are as friendly as you could ever want and hope for. We got a par 3 here, Andy. We can drive this one. 158 for the men, 132 for the women. And it doesn't look like a lot of green, and there's some problems you could get into to the right, to the left, and short before you get there. All right, Trader Joe's $100 certificate goes to the person who has the ball on the green or closest to the pin, and Jim Schaefer is up first.
Just a little knockdown 7-iron, Tom. Beautiful La Ventana Hotel in the background, and that went to the right. And that's what usually happens when you try to hit it too easy. Ease up on it, you don't clear out the hips and block it out to the right. So I imagine Big Dan is hitting an 8-iron here. Yep, that was an 8-iron from him. Let's see where this winds up. And that's short right.
On the right side.
Yep.
It looks like he's in his favorite spot, just off the edge of the green to knock in another birdie.
He might be.
Well, he might be on. I believe
he might be,
He's on the fringe. Yep. Here's Danny Levine now from Morgan Creek.
And this is 7-iron for Danny.
He's not going to go left. He's already been down there on the beach.
You're right.
I think it'll
How
be.
did you know that? Look where it's headed for.
Yeah.
There's another beach, a smaller beach on the right there, and that's where he is in the right-hand green side bunker.
He'll be able to rake that one once he gets out of there. Okay, now let's see about Mitch Thomas. He has been frustrated, is playing beautifully, just can't quite get anything to fall in the hole. What is the little pro hitting?
Little knockdown 7-irons is playing a little bit into the wind, and that, almost caught that bunker. I don't know if that trickled on or not there, Tom. It's on the left side somewhere.
Yes, just over the fringe. And now we turn to the women. The ladies are playing this at 132 yards.
And this is a 9-iron for Diane. I don't know if that's enough club to get it all the way there into that breeze.
Oh, yeah. Get it.
Just short.
Looks like she's got the best of what we've seen so far, though, Andy, in regard to that Trader Joe's $100 certificate.
I don't know what she's mumbling about there, but she thinks she may have beaten Big Dan. I'm not so sure.
I thought she said she wanted to split the certificate with me.
That could be.
All right.